From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
On the debate tonight, big controversy and why Rajnath Singh is right when he says that Jawaharlal Nehru wanted to use taxpayer money to rebuild the Babri Masjid. At 8:30 p.m. tonight, the Congress party, which has said that Congress means Muslim and Muslim means Congress, now insults Hindu gods and deities from an open forum. And at 9 o'clock tonight, why this talk of jihad inside and now outside Parliament is something we should all be concerned about. Why is everyone talking about jihad? The Congress party does not know history. Rahul Gandhi does not know a single sentence of history, which is why he and his party are very angry that Rajnath Singh has said that Nehru, that is Rahul Gandhi's great-grandfather, wanted to use taxpayer money to rebuild the Babri Masjid. They are saying this is not right, it should not be spoken about like this. But the fact is, ladies and gentlemen, what did Rajnath Singh say? Rajnath Singh spoke at the Sardar Sabha in Vadodara, and he made a simple and factual distinction: Patel's secularism versus Nehru's Muslim appeasement. At the center of this controversy is one single question: what Rajnath Singh said. This is not a reinterpretation, this is not revisionism, this is a question. Did Nehru want public funds for Babri? Did Patel oppose him? Rajnath Singh said Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was truly secular. When Jawaharlal Nehru spoke about spending government funds on the Babri Masjid, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel opposed it. Please hear what Rajnath Singh said. I'll play the clip. Okay, that clip is apparently not there with us, but we'll go back to it. In any case, what happened was that the Congress party went into immediate meltdown. Now, we need to talk about whether Rajnath Singh spoke the truth or not. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not WhatsApp history. This is the Maniben Patel diary. Maniben Patel, daughter of India's first Deputy Prime Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, covering the period from June 8, 1936 to his death on December 15, 1950. Every word that Rajnath Singh has referred to has been published, documented and archived. Here it is, page 24, verbatim entry, dated 20th September 1950. Nehru also raised the question of Babri Masjid, but Sardar made it clear that government could not spend any money for building a mosque. He told Nehru that the question of the reconstruction of the Somnath temple was quite different, as a trust had been created for the purpose and about 30 lakh collected. Patel told Nehru that it was a trust of which Jam Saheb was the chairman and Munshi a member, and no government money was going to be used for this purpose. This silenced Nehru. Nehru was against the reconstruction of the Somnath temple, and Nehru wanted government money to be used, ladies and gentlemen, for the Babri Masjid construction. This is the kind of Muslim appeasement. For some strange reason, the Congress party has been anti-Hindu all along. It's an anti-Hindu party, a Muslim-only party, and the Congress party pretends that Nehru was neutral on Ayodhya. He was not. On December 22nd, 1949, some people entered the Babri Mosque compound in Ayodhya and placed idols of Lord Ram and Goddess Sita under its central dome. On 26 December 1949, Nehru wrote an urgent letter to the then UP Chief Minister Govind Ballabh Pant saying, and this is a dangerous example, there will be very bad consequences. On February 1950, he wrote to the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister, keep me informed about the Ayodhya situation. There will be repercussions across India, especially Kashmir. Then he said, he writes to KG Mashruwala saying, I am convinced that if we on our side behave properly, meaning Hindus according to Nehru were badly behaved, Muslims were well behaved, according to Nehru, Hindus were badly behaved. On July 1950, he wrote to Shastri, trouble may spread to Mathura. Nehru's lens was clear. Ayodhya equals liability, embarrassment, and an international problem. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the reality. So when Rajnath Singh says that Sardar Patel blocked Nehru's desire to use government funds for Babri, he is quoting a documented reality. The Congress party calls it a lie without providing a single counter document. Nehru's own letters show he is uncomfortable with Hindu sentiment. We are not rewriting history today. We are showing the mirror to this Congress party. A party which was founded by foreigners. A party which is anti-Hindu. A party which believes only and only in Muslim and only Muslim and only Muslim appeasement. Let's debate.
A sharp political charge. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh alleging that Jawaharlal Nehru wanted the Babri structure built using public funds.
वल्लभ भाई पटेल उदार व्यक्ति भी थे, वे सच्चे अर्थों में सेकुलर थे, पंथ निरपेक्ष थे, वे तुष्टीकरण में विश्वास नहीं करते थे। जब पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू बाबरी मस्जिद के मुद्दे पर सरकारी खजाने से पैसा खर्च करने की बात जब उन्होंने छेड़ी थी, सरकारी खजाने से पैसा खर्च करके बाबरी मस्जिद बनवाई जानी चाहिए, उसका भी विरोध यदि किसी ने किया था तो गुजराती मां की कोख से पैदा हुए सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल ने ही किया था, मेरे बहन भाई।
A claim that cuts right through the Congress's decades-long narrative on secularism. And this is what the Congress had to offer in response.
ये सब डिस्ट्रैक्शन है, असली मुद्दे हैं, बहुत महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दे हैं जिन पे चर्चा होनी चाहिए, जिन पे बात होनी चाहिए। और ये सब रोज ये कुछ ना कुछ डिस्ट्रैक्शन उठा लेते हैं ताकि हम फिर बयान दें, वो बयान दें, और जो असली मुद्दे हैं पब्लिक के वो उस पे कोई चर्चा ना हो।
A denial so thin that it collapsed under the weight of one diary entry and one letter. The BJP's counter-offensive was quick. Sudhanshu Trivedi, citing diaries, letters and published collections of Maniben Patel, daughter of Sardar Patel, to back Rajnath Singh's remarks.
जो राजनाथ सिंह जी ने उल्लेख किया कि नेहरू जी ने बाबरी मस्जिद का विषय उठाया था, जिसका स्पष्टीकरण भी दिया गया कि वो मनीबेन पटेल जी की पुस्तक में पेज नंबर 24 पे है। कांग्रेस उस समय भी भारत की इस मूल आत्मा के विरुद्ध खड़ी थी कि कांग्रेस के अंदर उस समय जो भाव था उसने आज बहुत विकराल रूप में कांग्रेस के वास्तविक चरित्र पे कब्जा कर लिया है, जो भारत के वास्तविक चरित्र से कंट्रास्ट में है, एकदम धुर विरोध में।
But while the Congress rejected the claim, another political front opened, this time in West Bengal. Just a day ago, a Trinamool Congress MLA issued an open dare to the administration, wanting to rebuild a Babri in Bengal.
बाबरी मस्जिद का शिलान्यास होगी 6 दिसंबर। स्टेट का मेरा नेता सब लोग को संहति दिवस भी उद्यापन होगी। मैं यहाँ का बेलडंगा में एक बाबरी मस्जिद 3 साल के लिए काम चलेगी, इसीलिए उनका भित्ति स्थापन होगी।
With Nehru's own records in question, Congress's rebuttal sounding thin, and the opposition leaders openly announcing Babri Foundation plans, the political battlefield has shifted again. And is Congress running from its own history?
The mistake the Congress party did was that it denied that Nehru wanted to take taxpayer money and use it for the construction of the Babri Masjid. Now, history is something which is has many footnotes, many chapters, and it is also in a written format. That's why I've got Hindol Sengupta, who's a historian tonight, along with Sanju Verma, and of course Ratnakar Tripathi of the Congress and Tariq Ahmad Lari of the Samajwadi Party. I have the facts with me. Hindol, question to you. Did Nehru want to use government money to build the Babri Masjid?
Arnab, I want to point out the fact that Maniben Patel's diary has been used over the years, over the decades, as a valid source for research on Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and other issues related to that time. So any quotation that is provided from Maniben Patel's diary is a valid research document. This is a document that many researchers in India and around the world have used. Maniben Patel's diary was also used by, remember, the secretary at that time, V. Shankar, to mention his own reminiscences of that time. Maniben Patel's diary has also been used to talk about Sardar Patel's engagements with the various princely states. So any reference made to Maniben Patel's diary and what she said about Pandit Nehru's engagement with Sardar Patel must be taken at face value and must be considered valid. I also want to make the other point that you were also alluding to, Arnab, which is that there was indeed a debate between Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and Pandit Nehru about the construction of the Somnath temple and other issues. And Pandit Nehru was indeed against the construction of the Somnath temple. Patel, in fact, left the task when he died to K.M. Munshi. It is also true that there are lots of archival references to Pandit Nehru being deeply uncomfortable about what was happening in Ayodhya. In fact, please remember that a lot of allegations were put finally on K.K. Nair, who was the local authority in charge, and he actually refused, in a sense, to do Delhi's bidding at that time, and in a sense let the idols remain in Ayodhya. But he faced a lot of chastisement from the central government of that time for this. So we have to put all of these things in context. And if we put all of these things in context, I do feel that Maniben Patel's diary and the words it contains should be taken at face value.
Yes, but it also means that a matter which was in the legal domain, Nehru wanted to intervene. And it has been in some form of contention for over 150 years. Nehru had decided, Ratnakar Tripathi, to support the Muslim side. Now this explains a lot, because this explains that the Congress party has been anti-Hindu and pro-Muslim on this issue, supporting the Muslim side's claim. I wonder why. Why did he do so? After all, the matter, he should have been equidistant from it. He was Prime Minister, but he took a decision to support the Muslim claim and in fact wanted to spend money to build the Babri Masjid.
So are you done for this time? Shall I speak now?
Speak.
Yeah. So if Nehru was pro-Muslim, anti-Hindu, with the same yardstick, Patel too was anti-Hindu, because he was his Home Minister till 15th December 1950. And I'm surprised. The historian said hundreds of words just to justify Maniben Patel's diary. I don't believe the daughters have privy to the official secrets and the discussions. Even then you just said that Nehru raised the question of Babri Mosque and then Sardarji clarified. So the thing was that Nehru said that if we provide funds for the reconstruction of Somnath temple, other party may raise the same about the Babri Mosque. Then Patel Sahab clarified, no, because it is being done by the trust and the fund is collected, it is a private thing. So don't distort the fact. Patel was you said Congress party was founded by a foreigner. And Sardar Patel was the president of this same party in 1931. And the university, Kashi Hindu Vishwavidyalaya, Banaras Hindu University, from where I studies, was really founded by a foreigner, Annie Besant. Central Hindu College. The Central Hindu College was converted in Kashi Hindu Vidyalaya. It was the basis of that and the base of that. And CHC is still there. So don't hit it. And what will you say? Subhash Chandra Boseji took help of the foreigners, Japanese, who were sympathetic to Hindus, and the Hindustan and the Bharat. So what will you say about it?
I think Ratnakar Tripathi, the fact is that, and I'd like to bring in, because it's a very serious issue. 1 minute, please, 1 minute. On December 22nd, 1949, some people entered the Babri Mosque compound in Ayodhya and placed idols of Lord Ram and Goddess Sita underneath its central dome. Nehru got worried. Nehru thought his international image will be affected. Right? He was also upset with the Ayodhya district magistrate K.K. Nair, who refused to remove the idols. The district magistrate said, I don't care if it is the Prime Minister of India asking me, but I will not remove the idols. At that point of time, Nehru wrote to Govind Ballabh Pant saying, I hope you will interest yourself in the matter. This issue will have consequences on all India affairs and especially on Kashmir. And then went on to say, I'm quite convinced that if we on our side behave properly, it would be far easier to deal with Pakistan. Which means if Hindus behave properly. For Nehru, Hindus were misbehaving. This truth has to come out now, which means that Nehru wanted to put the blame of the Babri Masjid situation, right, and whatever happened post-independence on the Hindu community, which means he's an anti-Hindu man. You want me to say it again? Nehru was as anti-Hindu as Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, patently anti-Hindu.
As Ram Manohar Lohia and as
don't even take their names in the same breath, Sanju.
As Madan Mohan Malvi ji.
No, I listened to him. I will not debate like this.
Who was the
because when he was
don't
talking,
be
I was
angry.
absolutely quiet.
No, I'm not getting
I'm not angry. I just said that I was absolutely quiet. What do you mean, don't get angry? Am I not allowed to speak? I listened to him very patiently. Now, I don't want anyone heckling me. It's as simple as that. Arnab, you have very nicely elucidated. Nehru wrote a letter to Govind Ballabh Pant in 1949, showcasing his anguish and his angst at the fact that the Ram Lalla Murti was there outside the tent near the Babri Masjid premises. And he said, remove this or I will remove you as the Chief Minister. Finally, K.K. Nair, who was the district magistrate of Faizabad, which was the name for Ayodhya in those days, he lost his job. We don't know whether he resigned or he was asked to leave. That's not the point. There's also a letter by Nehru to Dr. Rajendra Prasad in 1951, where he says, I would urge you not to go for the inauguration of the Somnath temple because it reeks of Hindu revivalism. And he also asked C. Rajagopalachari, who took over as the Home Minister after Sardar Patel's demise. He asked C. Rajagopalachari to speak to Dr. Rajendra Prasad and ensure that Dr. Rajendra Prasad did not attend the Somnath temple inauguration. It's a different matter that Rajendra Prasad still chose to attend the Somnath temple inauguration. And the other very interesting thing that I want to mention here is that Prime Minister Modi recently called the Congress party as Muslim Maowadi Congress because the Congress party has never respected Sardar Patel's legacy. Rajnath Singh was right in saying that Sardar Patel died in 1950. After 41 years of his death in 1991, Patel was given a Bharat Ratna posthumously, whereas Nehru awarded himself a Bharat Ratna in 1955, Indira Gandhi awarded herself one in 1971, and within a few months of his death, Rajiv Gandhi was also given a Bharat Ratna. It took more than 4 decades for Sardar Patel to get India's highest civilian honor, the Bharat Ratna. Well, the other interesting thing that I want to bring to your audience is that in October 2018, at Kevadia in Gujarat, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the 182 meters, almost 600 feet long tall statue of Patel, what did the entire Darbari ecosystem say? Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Vadra, Kapil Sibal, so on and so forth. What was the use of spending 3,800 crores on a statue of Sardar Patel? We'll never be able to recover, this money. We should have spent this money on hospitals, on, schools, colleges. And guess what? Today, every single year, more than 2.5 crore people go to Kevadia and pay obeisance at the statue of Sardar Patel, which is one of the tallest remnants of his legacy. And I also want to say that this is the same Congress party which knocked on the doors of Supreme Court, Arnab saying, Prabhu Ram to hai hi nahi. Prabhu Ram ka to asitwa hi nahi.
Again, we go to the moot point here, Sanju. We go to the moot point here. Because what is coming across, and that's why I wanted to begin the show with this evening on a Wednesday evening, middle of the week. You may be thinking why I'm not discussing other issues. This is so important because what we are beginning to realize, Hindol, I want to bring you back. And by the way, Hindol is an excellent historian from, if I'm not mistaken, he's done his master's in history from the University of Oxford and even has a PhD from Geneva.
जगह से पढ़े हैं क्या पढ़े होंगे फिर जब विदेशी ने पार्टी बनाई पार्टी बिगड़ गई ये विदेशी जगह वो भी ऑक्सफोर्ड कहाँ है सर
मुझे आपके टिप्पणियों पे कोई कमेंट नहीं करना है
नहीं आप कर भी नहीं सकते
What I'm saying is that the historical facts are that when Sardar Patel wanted to construct Somnath, Nehru was against it. He said Hindus will get revived. There'll be Hindu revivalism. But same Nehru, who was blocking the reconstruction of Somnath temple, wanted to spend money, Hindol, on constructing the Babri Masjid, which means the man was patently anti-Hindu and pro-Muslim. There's no problem being pro-Muslim, but being anti-Hindu at the same time is completely unacceptable. Hindol, can you put these two in perspective? Because you see, these people, as a Ratnakar jaise log, they will say that you're twisting the facts. I'm only presenting the reality. It is a slap in the face for people like Ratnakar Tripathi when they hear the truth from me.
I told you what happened there.
You don't know anything of what happened.
The other party might raise the question of Babri Masjid.
Okay, let's get Hindol in and then Tariq has to speak. Tariq ji and Hindol are on the debate.
Sardar Patel ji clarified.
Well, it also...
There was no need...
I'm bringing Hindol in on the historical facts.
Yeah.
Thank you, please. Hindol and Tariq. Tariq, you must accept the facts or present counterfacts. Hindol.
Arnab, it's important also to note that there are reports suggesting that Rajendra Prasad ji, when he defied Pandit Nehru and went to actually inaugurate the Somnath temple, which, by the way, had been built entirely without using government funds, at that time, All India Radio, in a sense, even blacked out Rajendra Prasad ji's speech that he made. There are records suggesting this. So, there was this entire Somnath, and if you read K.M. Munshi writes with great anguish that when he received this letter from Pandit Nehru saying, why are you doing all these things? This is all Hindu revivalism. This will only create trouble. K.M. Munshi wrote a long letter back to Pandit Nehru saying that this is a civilizational project. The revival of Somnath means something to millions and millions of people, and that you do not wish to see it happen really grieves me and saddens me. In fact, he's also said that I have to complete this task nonetheless because Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel gave me this task before he died, and I have to fulfill my commitment. The Somnath must be restored. Please remember when Patel went to Junagadh after the plebiscite happened there, when Patel went to Junagadh and saw the complete disarray in which Somnath temple was lying, in a sense. It was broken, it was completely vandalized, it was in such great disrepair. He really felt as if his heart was breaking, and he writes that he made a commitment to himself and to the nation that the Somnath temple must be revived. It is very sad, and this is all recorded facts, no one can dispute this. It is very sad that Pandit Nehru really opposed the reconstruction of the Somnath temple.
So people watching this will realize what kind of fraud secularism the Congress party has been claiming. Pandit Nehru said that he is against the Somnath temple, Tariq Lari, because it can raise a question mark over whether the government is secular. But paying money for Babri Masjid was not a question mark over the secularism. This is the problem of the Macaulay mindset which the Prime Minister is talking about. And in fact, the real secularism was of Rajendra Prasad. Rajendra Prasad said, when Nehru threw a fit, saying, oh, Hindu revivalism, Rajendra Prasad told him, I will do the same with a mosque or a church if I were invited. This is the core of Indian secularism. Our state is neither irreligious nor anti-religious. Nehru wanted the Indian state to be anti-Hindu in nature, where Hindus are not expected to have temples, beliefs, faiths or public rituals. And these facts are coming out today, ladies and gentlemen, only on Republic. The pseudo channels will not cover it. In fact, that's why, Tariq Lari, the Congress governments always referred to the disputed structure as a mosque. They didn't call it a disputed structure. You understand, Tariq Lari?
दीजिएगा कुछ थोड़ा सा बीच में टोकेगा नहीं कोई। पहली बात तो पिछली बार भी मैंने कहा था कि देश सेक्युलर है, लेकिन देश पे जो राज करता है वो उसका धर्म होता है, वो अपने धर्म को फॉलो करता है। ये आपको भी याद है, मुझे भी याद है, पिछली बार डिबेट में ये बात हुई। तो दूसरी बात ये है, आपकी इतनी सारी बातों से मुझे अटल जी की वो बात याद आ रही है कि अटल जी ने मेरे फादर से कहा था, बल्कि मुझसे भी कहा था कि आप अपने दादा से पूछिएगा कि बीजेपी से बड़ी कम्युनल पार्टी कांग्रेस थी। तो आज आप साबित कर रहे हैं कि बीजेपी से बड़ी कांग्रेस पार्टी के लिए। एक मिनट प्लीज, मैंने कहा था बीच में नहीं, आप बोल रहे थे संजू जी, मैं नहीं बोला, मैं बीच में डिबेट
बीजेपी को कम्युनल पार्टी बोलेंगे और मैं चुप बैठी रहूंगी।
एक मिनट रुक जाइए भाई, आप बात ही।
What is your definition of secularism? You believe that there's only one God, Allah, who's omnipotent, who's omnipresent. You call Hindus as kafirs. Your alliance partner leader, Imran Masood, says jihad is the holy fight. And he says every Muslim is a jihadi. But when I call people jihadi on national television...
Okay, Sanju, still let him finish, please, because I brought him in 25 minutes into the debate. You must please allow him. Please, Tariq Lari, please conclude.
तो ये बात अटल जी ने कही, हम समझे नहीं, लेकिन आज आप जो बता रहे हैं वो सुन के बहुत ताज्जुब हो रहा है अटल जी की बात पे कि अटल जी ने जो कहा था बिल्कुल सही कहा था। दूसरी बात ये है कि जो आप जिनके नेटिव की बात आप कर रहे हैं, जिनके आप हिस्ट्री निकाल रहे हैं पटेल जी की, साहबजादी की, तो वो कौन से ऑथेंटिक हैं ये मुझे बता दीजिए। सिर्फ उनका एक है कि वो पटेल जी की लड़की थी और कुछ नहीं था। जैसे नेहरू जी की लड़की इंदिरा गांधी जी थी, इससे तो उनकी कोई हैसियत नहीं। इंदिरा गांधी
ऐसे आप भी बहुत क्लेम करते हैं। आई थिंक दिस इज वेरी रॉन्ग।
वही मैं कह रहा हूँ, मैं जो कह रहा हूँ पहले सुन तो कंप्लीट बोल रहे दीजिए सर। जो आप कहते हैं इंदिरा गांधी
I'll tell you, Tariq Lari, the fact that Nehru was against the construction of the Somnath temple is recorded in many texts, not one. नेहरू जो सोमनाथ मंदिर के खिलाफ थे, वो कई लोगों ने कहा है, सिर्फ मणिबेन पटेल ने नहीं।
स्ट्रक्चर तो मौजूद था, वो मॉस्क ऑलरेडी मौजूद थी और वेल बिल्ट स्ट्रक्चर था, मजबूत स्ट्रक्चर था।
बताइए, do you support jihad?
9 दिसंबर तक टूटा है।
Are you ready to say Vande Mataram? You won't. Are you ready to say Bharat Mata ki Jai? You won't. If I call you a jihadi, you will get, flabbergasted. You will start crying on national television that I am being abusive. But your own Muslim leaders are saying jihad is the holy fight. And let me say one thing to you. Do you condemn radical Islamist terror? Do you have the guts to condemn radical Islamist terror instead of giving bhashan to the BJP on secularism? मैं आज राहुल गांधी का एक ट्वीट पढ़ के आपको सुनाती हूँ. My warm greetings to everyone in Goa. Arnab, this is what Rahul Gandhi says today on the feast of Saint Francis Xavier. And then he says, blah, 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 Francis Xavier is very inclusive and peaceful and so on. This is the same Rahul Gandhi. Does he wish people on Diwali? Does he wish people on Raksha Bandhan? Does he wish people on Ramnami? Does he wish people on Ganesh Puja? Does he wish people on Durga Puja? Rahul Gandhi has eulogized Saint Francis Xavier, saying we should learn from him. And by the way, you should read the comments to that tweet by many historians who say Francis Xavier was the one who said, I hate Hindu idols. They stink just like the Hindu people. And what I love most is when those Hindus who used to once worship these black idols start destroying them. I'm all for baptism. I only love those Hindus who agree to be baptized. These are the words of Saint Francis Xavier. And Rahul Gandhi today says, सेंट फ्रांसिस जेवियर को याद करना चाहिए because he was the epitome of inclusivity. But the same Rahul Gandhi did not attend the Pran Pratishtha celebrations last year at the Ram Janmabhoomi temple. He did not attend the Dhwajarohan ceremony at the Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir on the 25th of November last week, despite being given an invitation. Can you tell me, why has Rahul Gandhi not visited the Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir till now? Why has Sonia Gandhi not visited the Ram Janmabhoomi
Because
temple
they lose the Muslim vote.
Why has Priyanka Vadra not
Because
visited
they
the
will
Ram
lose the
Mandir?
Muslim vote. Because they are a Muslim party.
Nothing like that.
What about Taliban?
Nothing like that. He
Because
never
they are
went
like
to
a Muslim party. They are a Muslim
Taliban's-
party.
No, it's not a
What do
Muslim
you
party.
think
It's a
about
pure Hindu
Taliban's-
party. Congress is the most
Ladies and
party in the
gentlemen,
world.
ladies and gentlemen, we live in very troubling times. We have to go back to our civilizational roots to make our country great. Nehru wanted to undermine Hindus. But can Hindus be undermined? Absolutely not. One of the world's largest and most ancient religions, civilizations, a way of life can never be undermined. But the Congress party will not stop.